Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset. Going to roll down to the Guntersville area to a little town called Albertville. Going to talk to the head coach of the Albertville Aggies, head coach Bert Browne. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm good. How about you, Stork?
Well, I just got off the phone with Thomas McDaniel, and he was telling me that if anybody had all the stories on you in college, it would be John Jones, our sponsor, John Jones Real Estate.
Yeah, it would be. You're exactly right, or he's exactly right.
Well, what's been going on down at Albertville?
Well, we're getting ready to play our first game tomorrow night, and I'm excited about that. We scrimmaged last week, and it was kind of one of those deals. We went into the scrimmage was trying to do some things to see if what was working, what wasn't, and we found out the things that weren't working, threw those out, and really honed in this week on the stuff that we think is going to work for us. And so we've had a good week of practice, and we'll just I guess John Madden used to say something about the wagon. It's loaded and ready to go, or something to that nature. So it's here, and it seems like now as I get older that football seasons come around quicker than they used to. So we're ready, and hopefully we can get in there and have some good things happen for us early and get some momentum going.
What's changed, Coach? You got there a year ago, and you figured out first I got to get my philosophy in, and the way these kids understand what I need them to do if they're going to play for me, and all those pieces and parts. What's changed from last year to this year, and as far as you got that off season so you could implement that weight program, get that trainer you've got around. Where are you as far as just turning the corner and starting to get, okay, that looks a lot better than it did last year. I mean, I'll take that. Are you getting a little of that?
Well, we are blessed to have Jacksonville State strength coach for 13 years as our strength coach. He was there and for 13 years, and was an All-American there, and did a great job there. So we are blessed to have him, and we really got stronger in the weight room.
Good.
But we're still very young, and we're starting a ninth grader at quarterback that started as an eighth grader last year, and 7A football in Alabama. And so we are, one of the things I've really tried to get these guys. We had 8 seniors last year and 8 juniors, so we've got 8 seniors this year, and 25 juniors. So one of the things that we really need to do is develop leadership skills. And when you have, I got here last year, several people had quit, and we had some kids that had been run off and that kind of deal, and so that didn't help us getting started to have 8 seniors and 8 juniors. And most people have, in 7A football, most people have quadruple that.
Right.
And so, that's something that that hurts us, having 8 seniors, and not all those are guys that are very talented players. So. We've got to rely heavily on our young guys. So, but it's just building that culture and making kids understand what you want done. And sometimes it's like herding cats, man. And so, but I think that we've had a great week of practice, and I'm excited to see what tomorrow night brings.
Well, and like you said, do you feel like the football and the Albertville Aggie, the new wave of what you're bringing, do you feel like it's catching on at the younger age?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're definitely, our best days are ahead of us. We've our 5th and 6th grade is a good class with a lot of athletes and some size in it. Our 7th and 8th grades got athletes with some size in it. So it's just something we don't have right now. We don't have that 6'4", 6'5" tackle, that a lot of people were playing have, and so um, we're we're looking forward to those days when I like to play physical football, and when I was at Stewart's Creek, we were big across the front and could push people around at times and got to run the football. And I'm still a believer in that you need to run the football and be physical, and because not very many people will just get downhill on people, and that's one of the things I've always done. I've always liked to get in the eye and come at people, and my kids I think I've always had kids that are pretty tough, and when you teach that, and a lot of people are running zone read and four wides and that kind of stuff, I think the days of just really physical football, there's not a lot of people that do that. And so hopefully we can get this program headed in that direction. I know we've gotten a lot stronger, and so hopefully, this year will get us some wins and get us some momentum going, and we definitely have recruited our hallways, that's for sure.
Well, and I didn't understand a 6-7 minute drive until you go up to Cookville, and you used to watch Jimmy Maynard just after Oakland would score or something. He's up there playing Cookville. He'd take that football and he'd just slow that game down to nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
down to a trickle. But he's holding the ball. He's keeping you from doing what you want to do. So it
Right.
develops a low-scoring game when you teach a quarterback to say, don't snap that daggone ball till it gets down to about 3 seconds. Just hold
Yeah,
it to the
that's right.
end, and then
That's right.
and then you're teaching them to also you're running fewer plays. So if you're running
Yeah.
fewer plays, you can go 90 miles an hour more so than trying to do it like I remember the year, Siegel ran the 5 wide with Brent Stockstill. Well, they're running 180 plays a game. You got to be in shape to run that, run that clapping offense, and But if you turn the ball over and you don't get that first down, man, you're in a whole lot of trouble. I mean, that game can swallow up on you quick running that quick offense and no huddle.
Yeah, it can. I've got a good friend that we coached in college together, and that was a college coordinator, defensive coordinator at 3 different places, and he was with the guy that slung it all over the place and is the head coach. And he used to tell me, man, sometimes we're out there for 8 plays, and then we come off, and then 3 plays later, 15 seconds is run off the clock, and we're back out there.
Yeah.
So, you want to, for us especially, we're not where we need to be with being able to. We've got to take time off the clock, and so we try to do that. And but we're definitely a much stronger team than we were last year. I mean, anytime you got a bunch of freshmen and sophomores playing, you're going to really have that jump between those age groups in strength. So we've had kids gain 20 and 25 pounds in the off season and gotten stronger. So that's exciting. I just want to see. Last week we played a real good quarterback, a kid from Fort Payne, and he pretty much dissected us. But we tried to play too many coverages, and some of our kids were confused. And when you're confused against a great quarterback it's a coach's son, and he's been starting for 3 years that can throw it, he's going to pick you apart.
Yeah, he just had fun with you guys. you were just
Yeah,
you
he
were
sure did.
you were just like a rag doll to a dog. You were just having fun,
Yeah,
just patting it around.
yeah, he did. He's one of those kids that's so knowledgeable. First of all, because his dad's a defensive coordinator, and so he grew up around it, and he's known it. And so, any little thing with him, he would just eat us up. If somebody blew something, he saw that immediately and took advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I'm glad things are heading in the right direction, and it looks like checking everything. You're at home tomorrow night, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we'll be in front of about 7,000 tomorrow night. So
Well, I'll
it'll
tune
be
in.
a
I'll
great
tune in.
crowd.
Yeah, I'll tune in and listen to the game against you and Arab. And what do you know about Arab?
Well, they've got a very good program. They're always physical. They were physical last year, and they're very strong, a bunch of strong physical kids. So got a great quarterback, a great athletic quarterback that you know he could get in a phone booth and three people would take 10 minutes to tackle him. I mean, he's just phenomenal, making people miss him, and he can throw the ball. So he was a slot receiver as a sophomore, and just ate people up. And then the last 2 years, he's been a quarterback. So, he's tough, and he scares me because he's one of those kids that you can have him. I remember Eric Locke when I was at Coffee County. I remember one time it was 3rd and 13, and we had him. I mean, 3 guys around him, and it's going to be the first time I think Riverdale had punted. It was the 6th game of the year, and Riverdale had not punted yet. And so we had him hemmed up, and I'll be that honest. He picked up about 15 yards, and they didn't punt against us.
Well, Coach, that's a great story. We look forward to talking to you each and every week. I appreciate you being on Inside the Headset. You're always a pleasure to talk to, and we wish the Aggies the best of luck tomorrow night.
Well, I appreciate that, Stork, and thank you. And I know it's a big couple nights coming in Tennessee with football coming back. And those John Ward used to say it's football time in Tennessee.
Absolutely, and good luck tomorrow night, and have a lot of fun out there, and teach those kids something.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, see you. Bye.